So, let's talk about something that feels incredibly urgent right now. In a world that's just flooded with algorithms and AI, how do we actually hang on to our own original thoughts? How do we think for ourselves?
You ever have this feeling? You lie down at the end of the day, you close your eyes, and your mind just keeps scrolling? It's replaying the day's feed, the headlines, the memes. It's almost like your brain isn't even yours anymore. It's just an echo of the internet.
I absolutely love this line from Seth Meyers. It nails it, right? The idea that our subconscious, that private, creative space inside our own heads, has been hijacked. It's working overtime, sure, but not for us. It's processing corporate content for free.
So let's put a name on this feeling. Let's call it the algorithmic rerun problem. It's the sense that our own creative engine is just stuck playing repeats of stuff that was curated for somebody else's bottom line. Now, to figure out how to fix it, we first have to understand a couple of key parts of our own brain. Okay, first up is a bit of a mouthful, the anterior cingulate cortex, or just ACC for short. The easiest way to think about this is it's your brain's engine for effort. It's the part that drives you to tackle a hard problem, to push through when you're confused. It's basically your willpower muscle. And then there's this other kind of magical thing called hypnagogia. You know that weird, drifty state right as you're falling asleep? That's it. It's like your mind's unsupervised laboratory, where it takes all the stuff you've seen and learned and just starts making these wild, unfiltered connections. This is where real, out-of-the-box creativity is born.
And this slide really gets to the heart of the conflict. On one side, you have your mind's natural process. It's associative, personal, messy, and wonderfully inefficient. And on the other side, you've got the algorithm's goal, which is the exact opposite. It wants things predictable, efficient, and siloed to keep you scrolling. The two are basically at war with each other.
Of course, George Carlin had a much, shall we say, sharper take on all this. He basically said, this system isn't an accident. It's designed to create passive people, not critical thinkers. And that really highlights how high the stakes are in this mental battle we're all in. So, what do we do about it? How do we fight back?
All right, our first strategy is to become a really conscious curator of your own mental diet. I mean, think about it. If your brain is a creative engine, you have to be incredibly deliberate about the kind of fuel you're putting into it. Here's the core problem with letting an algorithm choose your mental diet. It starves your brain. By only showing you more and more of what you already like, it cuts you off from the random, diverse stuff that actually sparks new ideas. Your world, literally, gets smaller.
So what's the antidote? Well, the brilliant sci-fi author Isaac Asimov had this fantastic solution he called useful, useless knowledge. His argument was that you have to actively seek out information that has no immediate practical use. Why? Because that's the rich, diverse, random fuel your subconscious needs to connect dots in ways no one has before.
And you know, Neil deGrasse Tyson is saying the exact same thing here. The goal is to feed your mind complex, high-resolution data. Stuff that can't just be boiled down to a headline or a 30-second clip. That complexity is what builds a truly rich inner world. Okay, strategy number 2. We have to learn to embrace cognitive friction. This basically means we need to start intentionally choosing to struggle a little bit instead of always taking the easy route. It sounds weird, I know, but that mental effort is like a workout for your brain's willpower. Just think about it for a second. The entire modern internet is designed to eliminate friction. You get instant answers from AI, you have infinite scrolling, it's all seamless. But without that friction, that AC, our motivation muscle, it starts to get weak. We literally lose the will to engage with hard things. So how do you actually create some of this healthy friction? A fantastic tool is Richard Feynman's method. It's a simple process, really. You force yourself to truly understand something from the ground up by trying to explain it simply. The struggle to find the gaps in your own knowledge, that's what creates deep, personal understanding that an AI summary could never give you. And this is exactly why that struggle is so critical. As neuroscientist Dr. Lisa Feldman Barret puts it, we only truly learn when we get something wrong, when a prediction fails. But what are algorithms designed for? Zero prediction error. They want to give you exactly what they think you want, which ironically is the very thing that stops you from learning anything new.
And that brings us to our third and final strategy, which is all about taking back control of that creative, hypnagogic state we talked about. It's about consciously setting up your subconscious for its nightly work.
I mean, it's pretty simple when you think about it.
Whatever you feed your brain right before you go to sleep becomes the raw material it's going to play with all night long. If that's a stressful work email or an endless stream of junk content, you're basically handing over the keys to your creative engine.
The solution, then, is simple, but it is so powerful. Instead of just passively consuming, you give your mind an active mission. You pose a challenging, unsolved, and deeply personal problem. You are setting the agenda for your own subconscious. You're telling it what you want it to work on.
Now, check out this prompt from the AI pioneer Geoffrey Hinton. I know, it sounds completely bizarre, right? But that's the whole point. He suggests asking a question that forces your brain to make these huge associative leaps between totally unrelated things. It's not about finding the right answer. It's about forcing your brain to build new, unexpected pathways, which is the very definition of creativity.
And this brings us right back full circle to Asimov's beautiful idea. It all comes down to this. If you spend your days intentionally stocking the shelves of your mind with diverse, complex, and personally meaningful ideas, then you can trust that what happens in your subconscious, your dreams, will truly be your own. They won't be a corporate rerun. They'll be a world premiere.